Assalamualaikum and hi to Sir Zach. My friends and I from class 5A3 from Group 1 will present our research project with the title of the skipping breakfast among the university students. So we are from Group 1 and we are consist of the 5 members which are AMMAR, AIMANUDDIN, FARID, FARISHA and me, ALYA. So this is all the contents that we gonna present and I'm gonna start with the background of the study. Consuming breakfast contributes to an overall healthy lifestyle by enhancing nutritional intake and supplying energy for both physical and mental activity. The nutritional status and health status of the student have a significant impact on their cognitive and psychomotor abilities, but students still do not always practice a good eating habit, especially when it comes to the eating breakfast. It seems like eating breakfast such a hard task to do before they start their day. It is often labeled as the most important meal of the day and it has been associated with the successful learning after the long nighttime fasting. Nevertheless, people skip breakfast all over the world for a variety of the reasons, such as a lack of time, a busy family schedule, a lack of morning hunger, or false belief about obesity. Missing breakfast has a negative impact on health. Breakfast is proven to provide energy for daily activity throughout the day with a more vigorous and productive. It has been demonstrated that eating breakfast makes you more energized and productive for the rest of the day. This is due to the fact that each morning when we first get out of our bed, our blood glucose level is low. Since our body needs a glucose to produce an energy, eating a balanced nutritional breakfast will help provide a deep energy to start the day. If the brain receives enough glucose, the individual becomes more energized and active. If not, the person becomes inactive because the brain feels worn out, lazy and unable to carry out their daily tasks successfully.
Breakfast is the first meal of the day, usually eaten in the morning. Breakfast should be eaten before or at the start of daily activities, within 2 hours after wake up, typically no later than 10 a.m. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day and the potential benefits of breakfast consumption among all. According to some epidemiological research, it indicates that having breakfast high in rapidly available carbohydrates increasing the risk of metabolic syndrome. You can replenish your body's energy and nutrient supplies by eating breakfast. One may not have consumed enough fibers, vitamins, and minerals for the day if they skip their breakfast. A few meals that are healthy and suggested for breakfast may provide us energy that lasts for hours and keep us strength all the day. We can eat healthy foods like eggs, yogurt, oatmeal, fruits, and many others that can give us benefits. We may focus better in class and study more effectively with the aid of a healthy breakfast. Studies shows that many young adult students have the habits of skipping meals, especially breakfast. Why do the students skip breakfast? When these young adults leave home and adjusted to independent living, good dietary habits gained from home has been declined. Students frequently skip breakfast because they want or wish to lose weight, because they don't have enough time, or because buying breakfast meals is expensive. On top of that, it will cause their energy to drain rapidly and cannot be focused in class. Hence, the students should be ready. They need to think about things like where to eat, what to eat for breakfast, and when to eat. After when trained, they may focus better in class and study more effectively with the aid of a healthy breakfast, which it can improve their performance in study.
The objective of the study is to determine the level of awareness among the students from universities throughout Indonesia, including the private and public universities, and also to know their knowledge about skipping breakfast. And the specific objective of the study is: first, to identify why students skipping breakfast before starting the day. Second, to identify the effects of skipping breakfast on students. And third, and for lastly, to figure out the solution for the student to prevent missing breakfast. And now I will explain about the significance of the study. First of all, it can give more useful information to the student about the topic that they will study. Student can refer it if they want to do some research. It is important to get accurate information from the article or the journal to prevent the student from get wrong information. Secondly, the data from the survey can be useful for university administration to deal with the problem of skipping breakfast among the student. If percentage of the student who skip the breakfast is high, university administration can organize some program about the skipping breakfast based on the data that they got from the study. It can give awareness to the student about the effects of the skipping breakfast, and the student will take breakfast because they are aware of the effects of skipping breakfast. And lastly, parents can act based on the result from the data. One of the way that they can do is prepare the breakfast for their children, and also they can give an extra money to the children specifically to use to buy the breakfast if they are not stay together. The parent also can get information about the suitable ingredients to prepare a healthy breakfast for their children.
Limitation of study. Our research is limited to how skipping breakfast affects student daily life. Each study has its limitation. One of our study limitation is that the number of respondents is small, which is only 60 respondents, and not everyone skipping breakfast consistently. If the number of respondents is small, it is possible that the data that we obtain will not be accurate and will not represent the full impact on students. Our study is only based on observation from the collected data. It could be that not all students are skipping breakfast, since the number of respondents is too small compared to the total number of university students in Malaysia. In addition, if the university student is not consistent in eating breakfast, the quality of the data will be affected.
So let's continue with my part, where previous studies come with facts on why especially students skipping their breakfast. According to ZACHARIAH 2018, people will say that they skip breakfast due to time constraint. Second, referred to Aquaku Doctor and Abaidu 2014, people tend to wake up late and they easily forgot to take their breakfast. Hypotheses show that main of the reasons students skip breakfast are lack of time and lack of appetite, as been said by MOHD 2018. Afolabi 2013 conducted a study where the result proved with the highest percentage that students skip breakfast due to the lack of time and they just did not feel hungry. According to Malaysia Statistic 2018, the reason are lack of time, which has a similarity to a study by MOHD. Our methodology are divided by 5 parts, which are research instrument, research design, samples and sample selection, data collection procedures, and data analysis method. Research instrument consists of 4 sections, which instrument comprise with our objective for this research.
The research design for this study is quantitative research, gathering quantitative data and applying statistical, mathematical, or computational methods are the components of the quantitative research. Through the using of the sampling techniques and the distribution of the online questionnaires, polls, and surveys, for the instance, quantitative research gathers the data from the current and potential respondents, which can be represented numerical as the result. A product or service future can be predicted using this data, and changes can be made as necessary. Therefore, this study design is being created to support the appropriate approach that will be used in developing it for the intended respondents, which is these cases are university students who will be responding to create the questionnaire. The research necessary objective will be made by using the data gathered via the questionnaire, which will be used to collect the information relating to the study theme. The information gathering from the respondents will be examined and put to use in order to draw the conclusion about how well the research objectives were met by the questionnaire.
As for the sample and sample collection, 60 respondents among students are both from various public and private universities.
For collecting data procedures, our main focus in collecting information about skipping breakfast in university students in Malaysia, including those at public and private university, where we'll collect the information using a Google form and we provide the link. The question will be carefully and truly prepared so that the data collected is comprehensive. We will send the link to the Google form to the respondent via WhatsApp, Telegram and email. After the data collect has been completed for 60 respondents, we will analyze the data and explain it in our report.
The research for this study will be analyzed using quantitative data, which is frequency statistics. This will give us the frequency of students who skip their breakfast and the percentage of students who skip breakfast in this population.
As summary, we can assume that breakfast is the important thing to practice in our life because it gives more benefits to our body and our mental health. As we see nowadays, many people are skipping their breakfast due to the various reasons such as lack of time because of waking up late and in a hurry to go to work. These habits need to be stopped and prevented in order to keep people live in a healthy life. This is the reason why this study is conducted, so that it can raise awareness among the public, especially for the students, which is said to be the group that often skips the breakfast based on research that has been done before. In line with the main objective of this study, which is to raise awareness among the students about the skipping breakfast. Thus, students can gain more knowledge about the skipping breakfast from these studies. This study was also conducted with a survey of 60 respondents from different universities in Malaysia through the Google Form platform, which is shared via WhatsApp, email and Telegram. The survey conduct includes multiple choice questions, consists of 4 sections of questionnaires. Then, the data from the survey will be collected and analyzed using quantitative data, which is frequency statistics. The result will be the percentage of the students who eat breakfast and who do not. Thank you.